Yeah, I wasn't gonna upload anything, but so I have nothing to report really. Still kind of bouncing off the walls, doing everything. And yeah, I said I was going to sign. I don't know if I mentioned it before. I didn't look at the previous video, so I don't remember what the heck I was talking about. But I don't know if I mentioned it or not. I was going to sign up at international platforms, publishing platforms, and I don't know how much I got into my bilingual, making all my titles bilingual kind of thing. Okay, so I'm still all over the place, right? The international platforms, surprisingly enough, there aren't too many. I mean, just large, reputable, established, international kind of things. The ones I've come across, Kobo, StreetLib, and Shinshi. Those three. And they basically only deal with ePUB files. Now, if you've only stuck with Amazon and Draft to Digital, you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. If you upload your stuff onto Google Docs, you can download it as a ePUB file. So, yeah, and they do have a print preview setting. Go to File, hit Print, and you gotta wait. It takes a while for things to upload on this thing. And then you hit the sheets per page thing or whatever, and more settings. You hit more settings and then the sheets per page or whatever per page thing, and you can view up from 1 to 16 pages at a time. Anyway, as far as I can make out. So it's got all that kind of stuff. All right. Unfortunately, this ePUB thing doesn't recognize other languages, at least not Russian. And even when you set something, even when you set your language as Russian, the darn thing still won't. I mean, it just, I'm still just learning about ePUB files because these platforms, that's all they take. So, okay, this is why I'm saying I have nothing to report. I'm still all over the place. I'm still finding out new stuff, you know, whatever. The ISBN, the numbers. Oh, everybody wants to know who your publisher is, and they will not let you. You are required to put it. It is not you unless you bought your own number, your own ISBN. Okay. And just heads up, this is the question nobody answers when you try to YouTube this information. $125 a pop. So right there, you know, if this thing hasn't generated, is not generating an income, forget about it. Let them assign you a number. The heck with it. The cheapest you can get it is if you buy 10 at one time. Then it'll cost you $300. Well, what is it? $295. So the cheapest you can get is $30, and that's if you buy 10 of them at a time. So yeah, forget that. All right. I put that on my priority list right after retrieving my storage, my luggage from storage. So this is when you are settled and you've got some kind of income or whatever. You've got a comfortable amount to play with. You retrieve your luggage from storage and you buy 10 ISBNs. Until then, don't even worry about it. Let them assign you a number. So, yeah, I'm learning a lot. I've learned a lot this week. I also decided to go ahead and try to sell my own stuff. I've got a product page in one of these online shops. It's called Payhip. And they actually recommend this for people just starting out. And I must say, it is the easiest setup I have ever come across. That's assuming you already have a PayPal account, because that's all I had to do. Just attach it to my PayPal account, and it's good. And yeah, so I'm getting it. I gotten into a lot of stuff this week, but there's so much back and forth that it's not really worth mentioning at this point in time, because, like I said, the ePUB thing, I could only get it to use in English documents. The Russian characters are not recognized. The only bilingual document I've been able to upload so far is on draft to digital. Even the Amazon software, complete junk. It would not do it. So it's still in draft format in Amazon. There was another one I couldn't. Oh, what was that? Oh, that was StreetLib. Yesterday I tried to upload it, just the English version of From KKK to CIA. It wouldn't even do that. It had a problem with my ePUB thing. But the one I used, but this is the same file I used to upload on Kobo. And although it suggested that I correct a few errors, it accepted it. StreetLib did not. So, let's see. Monoglot Guru. So far, I've been able to upload that onto all the platforms. Okay, so that one's fine. From KKK to CIA, I was able to upload that on Kobo, but not on StreetLib. Not even the English. I'm talking about the English version, because I can't get ePUB to recognize Russian characters, whatever the heck I do. However I approach it, so forget about it. And yeah, I haven't even tried the Shinshi. I'm going to try to upload the From KKK to CIA in the ePUB file. Let's see what that is. Oh, you've got to put in a copyright page, which is basically a page saying this work belongs to you. Nobody can use any of it without your permission, kind of thing. They do give you a sample thing, so I just used their sample thing. I put in my information and uploaded it like that. So they provide you with a sample thing, so that's fine. Yeah, so lots of details, lots of details. The thing I wanted to say, the reason I'm doing this video is just to say there are so many details. Do not get lost in the weeds. Okay? if you're trying to upload something, and like with StreetLib, it calls it a invalid asset. If they don't like the file you're trying to upload, don't waste your time tinkering with this thing until it does accept it. Just go to the next platform. I'm able to take this attitude because I had spent all day yesterday tinkering with the one that I got uploaded into Kobo. Okay? It took it. StreetLib would not take it. I'm not going to waste any more time with this file. I'm going to add a copyright page to it and upload it. And if it accepts it, great. If it doesn't, fine. I've got this Payhip product page now. I can upload all my stuff in PDF form. They've got protections about it. You can only download 5 copies, and it will stamp the PDF with the name and email of the person downloading it. So that's how they just try to discourage piracy and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to do more research about the, I don't know what they call the protection thing. They've got an abbreviation. Yeah, I guess I should have written out what it meant. There's a software that actually prevents things from being copied. And oh, okay, here it is. DRM protection. Okay, the only reason I went with this Payhip thing is because the article I was reading when I got that information says all these ebook selling websites offer DRM protection for your books. That's not true. Okay. At least Payhip didn't. Again, it limits the amount of downloads, and it'll stamp the PDF files. But as far as this DRM, it doesn't have that. But it is a very easy setup. They do have protection methods that will discourage people from stealing your work. Most important, it's free. They take 5%. They take a 5% cut, but they're not going to charge you $35 a month like Shopify or some other online sales platform. So that's the one I started with. I'm going to probably find out about more of these. I'm going to probably check out more of these platforms because, yeah, I'm still looking for this DRM protection thing, and I am dealing with publishing platform issues that are just becoming a major pain. So this selling it yourself is definitely something everyone should be looking into. But as I've expressed it, as I've stated, there's so many details to deal with. Don't get lost in the weeds, okay? If you're having a problem with a file, a platform accepting a file, go to the next platform. Because if you allow any of these platforms to just trap you in this quagmire of back and forth, it's not going to be worth it. Really. It's just ridiculous. Every platform has its own thing. So find out which is the least problematic, what you're able to deal with, what you're able to work with, and you just gotta It's kind of like a bonsai tree. You just gotta cut away at all the stuff, the BS, and reduce it to something you can deal with, is what it's coming down to. Do not get lost in the weeds. That's all I'm saying. It's like when you're taking a test and your teacher tells you, if you get stuck on a problem, skip it and come back to it. Same thing with all these platforms. If it's a big hassle, skip it, go to the next platform, and if you are so inclined, go back to it when you've got time. See, with all these details, if you let one thing hang you up, you're dead in the water. That's how many details you're dealing with. Right now, I'm still trying to get an overall structure going. If I allowed one platform to just kill the whole, forget it. There's just too many details to deal with. If you get stuck on something, skip it, go on to the next platform, and when or if you have time to go back and deal with it, then that's when you ought to deal with it. Otherwise, forget about it. All right? Just a gazillion details, boys and girls. All right? There is just so much. Don't let any platform get you stuck. Just go out, find out the information you need to find out. If you find out it's just too much, it's just too problematic, skip it, go to the next one, and keep on going until you have an overall structure of what's manageable and what isn't. So if a platform is just keeps on going, kick it to the curb, at least for that time, for the moment, and just go on and deal with platforms that are not so problematic, because you'll be dead in the water right out of the gate. All right? So yeah, do not get lost in the weeds. If you get stuck on a problem, skip it and come back to it if you feel like it. All right? Okay. That's what this video is really all about. Yeah, I'm still thinking the online gaming thing. So this is how this is forming, but I'm still trying to get the overall structure in place. Nazi science. Yeah, that's still there, but I mean, that's until I've got some kind of handle on this whole marketing part of this enterprise, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay? I'm still trying to get these platforms figured out. My approach, how I'm going to do this. The marketing props I'm going to use, mostly stuff like Doodly, the animation, right, thing. So, yeah, I really like that. So that's going to be a major marketing tool for me, because I really enjoy that. So, yeah. Yeah, as far as the platforms I use for the videos, okay, I'm already familiar with YouTube, so whatever. Rumble is still, people do go on Rumble. Odyssey, nothing. Telegram, nothing. TikTok, yeah, okay, but I'm getting these community violations because I've uploaded a lot of them, but I'm getting, like a couple of them have already had this community violation thing or whatever, and I don't even know if they allow. And one of them, they obviously put some kind of block on it because it doesn't even have one view, where all the others have like 40 something views on it. So it's like, wow, really? So there's obviously, I don't know how this TikTok thing, it almost looks like I'm going to get banned before I can do anything with it anyway, so I'm not quite sure how that works. But at least it gets views. So until I get banned TikTok, so those are the three I'm working with. VK, it started to, but not so much now, so I don't even think I'm going to bother with that one either, because it's like, if you're not getting views, why are you wasting your time? You know? So, yeah, Rumble, TikTok, and YouTube is what I'm left with so far. And, yeah, I've got 3 international publishing platforms now, but I may be done with Streetlib already. I don't know. It's starting to look like it. So, yeah, everything's up in the air. Just too many details. What else was it? The thing I found out with the ISBN. You know, $125 a pop, unless you buy 10 at a time. Then it comes out to around $30. They don't expire, supposedly. So I can buy 10, and that's supposedly lasts forever, okay? But if I make it an ebook and a paperback and bilingual and audio, and depending on how many languages I'm doing it, if I do English, Russian, English, Chinese, English, Arabic, by the time I'm done with it, I've got like 9 different editions of the same title. So it kind of eats up the 10. So it depends on how you're going to use it. If you're just going to have one kind of edition for one thing, fine, you're good for a minute. Otherwise, you can eat up these things pretty quickly. So until these things start generating some kind of income, I'm just going to let them assign whatever number they want to assign. So I'm not going to, okay, forget about it. So, and that's also the answer to the publisher question that on these platforms. Who's the publisher? The publisher is whoever supplied that number, the ISBN. If you ask to get an ISBN assigned, then the publisher is whatever platform assigned it. Okay? As I discovered, I try to put my name into it. Sometimes they'll accept it, sometimes they won't. One obviously has some kind of software where they're able to check it to see if you're registered somewhere, and it wouldn't accept it. Then I tried Draft to Digital, it accepted it. Now, I wasn't trying to lie on purpose, I just didn't know what the heck else to put in there. It's supposed to be self-publishing platforms, right? That's what they call it, self-publishing. So I figured, well, if I'm required to put a publisher, then I guess that's me. No, it's not you. Unless you used your own ISBN number. Then it's you. Then you put your name on them. See, that's what I've discovered. So that's what that means. Yeah, you are the publisher if you... See, this is only in the US, because apparently in Canada they're free. So I don't know how it works in Canada, but in the US you got to pay for it. If you've paid for your ISBN and you're using that number that you paid for your title, then you are the publisher. If you asked to be assigned an ISBN, then whoever assigned you that ISBN, whether it's Draft to Digital, whether it's Amazon, whoever assigned it to you, they're the publishers. And you have to put that name on it. Even though it says self-publishing platform, the publisher is not you, okay? Unless it's your number. Unless you paid for the number. So that's what that means. Yeah, a lot of details. So yeah, I've been into a lot of stuff this week. Oh man, I thought this was just going to be a short little, it's already 25 minutes, past 25 minutes. Okay, yeah. So that's the answer to the ISBN stuff, if you're in the US. Okay. ePUB files, I'm still learning about them. International platforms, I'm still trying to figure out which one's worth dealing with and which one isn't. And yeah. So far, the only bilingual text I was able to get through has been from Draft to Digital, because they accepted it on the Libre and DocX. But I like the Libre version better, so I went with that one. I ended up going with that one. I think the software you use to create the file actually is going to be the best one to upload if you have that option. Because every time there's some kind of conversion, there are changes being made that you may or may not like. So I think the closer you can get it to the version, the software you used, the happier you're going to be with the end results. Because it's going to come out more or less the way you set it up to begin with. At least that's the impression I'm getting. So, I don't know. There are just too many details. I'm telling you. And if you let any platform stop you in your tracks, you're done for. Just skip it and come back to it if you feel like it. Because there's just too much. Too much. Okay, that's my update. Don't get lost in the weeds. Alright? If you run into a problem, skip it and come back to it if you feel like it later on. That's it. That was the main point of this video. Okay, I might as well throw in my standard ending. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'm not quite sure about that other one. I might be uploading another video. Probably, it looks like. In what context, I'm not going to guarantee any. No guarantees at this point. It is February 18th, Saturday, right? Yeah, Saturday morning, 11:29 a.m., 2023. Somewhere in Brooklyn. All right. As always, again, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll probably talk to you later. Take care.